I decided I would talk about some of my favorite books, and please forgive me if this is really long. I'm going to try to go in ascending order of favorites, but that might be shot. I want to start with The Grave by Christopher Pike. I love Christopher Pike's young adult books. Give you kind of a way to see other things that you wouldn't normally see. I've been Catholic and raised Catholic, and it kind of exposed me to other viewpoints, which you don't usually get as a Catholic, and I thought that was really nice. It's one of my favorites. I got it at Half Price Books for really cheap, so definitely a good read and really short, as you can tell. Another kind of quick read that I really like is the Wake series by Lisa McMann. And I really like it. It's really quick and easy. It's in a really breezy format, and they're obviously pretty short. I'm in the middle of rereading the second one. I don't have the third one yet because it's still in hardback, so I'm waiting for that, and that should be soon, and I can't wait to read the finale of this series. In my continued love for books that are kind of not the normal ones to be loved is Diary by Chuck Palahniuk. It's one of, I think, his least, fan favorites. You know, everyone knows Fight Club, everyone knows Invisible Monsters, everyone knows Haunted for the Guts story, which, by the way, is not as bad as everyone says it is. But I have found that this is one of my favorite books of his. I don't really agree with a lot of his. I didn't really love a lot of his books, but this one I do really, really, really like. It's kind of out there, a little reminiscent of Christopher Pike's books. You should definitely read Diary. It's really, really interesting, and the ending is a great twist. It was recommended to me by a friend, and it's Elsewhere by Gabrielle Zevin. It is phenomenal. It's a really quick read. It's really short. I read it in one afternoon, and I'm really not a fast reader, and it is so good. It's so good. And I promise you, you will love it. It's kind of like What Happens to You After You Die, but not in a traditional sense. Again, I love really non-traditional books and ideas, and this is definitely one of them, and I suggest, highly, highly, highly suggest that you get this book. It's really good. I don't actually have the first book with me in my room, The Kiss of Life, Passing Strange. It's by Daniel Waters, and it is a really interesting story. It follows a girl, well, for the first two books, I didn't really like how it switched kind of main character focus in the third book, but in the first two books it follows a girl named Phoebe, and she is living in a world where teenagers who die come back to life as zombies, but they're not your traditional zombies. They're kind of just like humans, but they're a little bit slower, and it's really, really interesting. The third book follows one of the zombies and her story, which I thought was cute, but it didn't really wrap the story up right for me. But still pretty interesting read. I loved the ending, so I still say read it. I bet you can guess. That's right, it's John Green. This is Paper Towns. This is his third book. First was Looking for Alaska, then there was An Abundance of Catherines, and then this book. It's a little bit kind of complicated for me, but I enjoyed it very much, and the last about 20-30 pages are just really incredible. It's great. You'll have to read it. Another one of his, An Abundance of Catherines, which, as you can see, I got at Half Price Books. Abundance of Catherines, it's really funny, it's really cute, and really witty, and I definitely suggest you get it. Here is Will Grayson. Will Grayson, this is his latest book that he wrote with David Leviathan. Sorry if I said his name wrong. It is so cool. It's about two guys that are named Will Grayson, and they meet and how their lives kind of intersect, and it is really, really, really good. I loved it, and I definitely suggest you get it. Obviously, I got it in hardback because I love me some John Green. The last book of his that I want to talk about is obviously Looking for Alaska, which, as you can tell, has been well loved, well read about 1 million times. Obviously, it's won an award, it's been taught in classes, it's really, really, really good, and it follows Miles, also known as Pudge, as he goes to seek the great perhaps at a school in Alabama, and it is just really, really good. My favorite book of his of all time. And finally, we'll get to my favorite books, which I cannot stop obsessing over, which I'm already touching and want to hold and hug and have buried with me, because they're my favorite books ever in the entire world, is, of course, The Hunger Games. Cannot even explain to you how much I adore this series. I can't. As you can tell, I don't have the dust jacket for this one. I don't know where it is right now. I will find it. It has been well worn by me, by my friends, because every single person I meet, I tell them they have to read it, they have to see it, they have to know it. It is so good. What Harry Potter is to Morgan is what this book is to me. I cannot get enough of it. I've read it about 18, 19, 20 times, and I will read it again and again and again. It is just so great and so amazing, and I cannot recommend it enough. Suzanne Collins wrote this book. It is so good. Then, of course, you have the sequel, which is Catching Fire, which I do have the dust jacket for, and it's in really good condition because I haven't let anyone else touch it because I realized how valuable it is. And I got this the day it came out, hardcover as you can tell, because if I like a book, I will buy it in hardcover. It's really good. This sequel is just as good, if not better, than the first book. Get it. And, oh, the bane of my existence, Mockingjay. God only knows how long I waited for this book and was taunted and teased by people who got it before it came out, was supposed to come out, and stayed up until about 3 in the morning trying to read it. And I cannot wait for the movie. I don't know who I want to play who right now, but Cord Overstreet, you should totally play Peeta, just saying. Yay, so there's all my top books. I definitely say read them. I've gotten so much enjoyment out of them, and that's not even making a dent in the amount of books that I have in my room. Not even close. And one day, hopefully I'll have a library. Yay, nerd out.